freezing day here in Sioux City, Iowa. We have a hot matchup inside the Tyson Event Center between, well, you could say the top team in the USHL, for sure in the Eastern Conference, between the Dubuque Fighting Saints and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Ronnie Vadine here with you all this evening. So glad you could be with us here tonight. Well, Dubuque last night, they played last night, believe it or not. Yes, they went to Dubuque, or they went to Cedar Rapids, I should say, and got a shocking loss. I mean, it really was shocking, I think, to a lot of people. That was a 5-2 final score for that one. So, yeah, they had a 4-hour bus trip. I'm not sure if they took that this morning or, after they were in Cedar Rapids last night, they basically went all night here to Sioux City. I don't know. I don't know really the odds and ends on how that all transpired. But what I do know is that Sioux City, of course, they played on Thursday morning versus Fargo, so they've had a little more rest in between the games. Both these teams, 3 games this week. So it's kind of tough how that works. But you know what? Hey, we'll make the best of it. Hopefully we will. But yeah, Fargo, they came in here Thursday morning, and Sioux City just got outplayed, quite frankly enough. 4-1 was the final score for that. They started out well. They got the early lead early on in the game, but then they just couldn't sustain it, and then Fargo just came away with it. I mean, it was just as simple as that. In fact, between the Fargo game and next Saturday, it's 5 games in 10 days for Sioux City, so it is a tough stretch, but you know what? Muskies, they got to make the best of it. They got to be the better team, and hopefully that results in some points and some wins towards the standings, because those are very important. So, yeah. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have some fun. So, yeah, we'll continue the rest of our pregame extravaganza. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. What? I was like, where are they? And then I remembered.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians. ADHD stars. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardians works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardians may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardians with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardians is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza engine computer and the automatic transmission computer. Unlike the Honda Civic, ours talk to each other. Listen.
That big dream of yours, why not pursue it? That hope that you're hoping, it's time to come to it. Dreams, plans, bank account, all made congruent. With us in your corner, you're ready. Let's blue it.
I think Tic Tac is clearly better than Asserts.
Oh, yeah.
No, really. With only 1.5 calories, Tic Tac freshens your breath just as well as that does.
Oh, yeah? Oh. Let's see. I'm almost convinced. Oh, right. I am convinced.
Tic Tac,
I'm going, mister. For now.
the incredible 1.5 calorie breath mint.
Hold on, this one. What's the deal about?
Come on. All major highways are currently closed. You gotta be kidding me.
What do you want to do?
Hey!
All right. Let's do it the old school way.
Let's go!
We're running low on mud.
93% of them registered in the past 10 years are still on the road today. So, what's new?
Dope. That's
Perfect temperature, perfect taste. Ember, the world's first temperature control mug.
Hi, I'm Rick Titus, the host of Driver's Talk Radio. Looks like you're having a lot of trouble with your caravan.
See, weighs a ton.
Let me show you this Ford Freestar.
Sure.
I think on a daily basis, you're going to find this a lot easier to live with. Come check this out. Just one hand.
Okay, I'm depressed. I just bought that caravan.
I understand. Here's someone who helped me when I was really depressed.
Therapist?
No, actually a Ford dealer. Come on, I'll help you with that seat.
The all-new Ford Freestar. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, it's now time to really dig into the deep stuff for both of these teams. There we go. Well, Dubuque, we'll kind of take a look at their stats. Then, of course, we'll do the same here for Sioux City. So Dubuque, well, they are probably the best offensive team in the league. I mean, goals for, at least. That is for sure. Dubuque, get this, they score just a hair over 5 goals a game, 5.07 to be exact. I mean, they're a goal-scoring machine, although when you kind of take a look at their stats, it doesn't really look like that. We'll kind of get into that shortly, but goals against, they have 3, so, I mean, that's kind of on the high end. Obviously, most teams you want to be, for all teams, you really want to be below a 3, but they're right on, kind of crossing that level. But yeah, Sioux City, they score 2.93 goals a game. They give up 4.33. That's got to come down. I mean, obviously the 10 goals they gave up in the very first game versus Dubuque. In fact, this is their first meeting since that, all the way back on the first day of the season. That obviously skews it a little bit, but it would still be above 3, I think, even if you take away those 10. So yeah, power plays and penalty kills. Well, Dubuque, they're good at the power play, and Sioux City, they're good at the penalty kill, and then they're bad in the opposite categories. Dubuque, their power play is at 31.9%. That's second in the league. Their penalty kill is at 81.3%, which is 8th. Not bad, but they are in the top half, to be fair. But, yeah, just like it to be a little higher. Sioux City on their power play, they're 16.7%. That's tied for 10th in the league. Their penalty kills at 85.2%. That's 3rd in the league. They've always been really good at the penalty kill, at least the last few years. So, yeah, that's been a treat to see, I guess you can say. We'll take a look at the scratches and Dubuque starting lineup. In fact, we're going to do that right now. So the scratches for Dubuque, we've got Xavier Lieb, Luke Brierly, he's on IR, and then Lincoln Kritsky. He is the first one and the last one, they're both healthy scratches, so yeah. And then, let's see, flip the chart over for Sioux City. Gavin Gary is still on IR. Christian Lyons, he is injured. Dallas Potter's on IR now, too, as well. And Jake Tavares is just a healthy scratch. In fact, Sioux City picked up a player. We don't know if he's a forward or a defenseman or what. We know he's one of the two. We know he's not a goaltender. His name's Lincoln Kane. I don't see him on the line chart, so I don't know. It just, according to the league website in their suspensions and transactions tab, that's where I found him. So I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. But yeah, for Dubuque, we'll take a look at their starters, because why not? Starting at left wing, of course, it'll be their first line of Michael Barron, at center, Charlie Arend, and at right wing, Colin Frank. Then their starting defensemen, starting at left defense, Ludwig Lafton, and at right defense, Theo Besnier. Interesting names. Usually Muskegon's the one with the crazy names, but now it kind of transferred over to Dubuque this year, so just freaking lovely if you tell me. Sioux City, we know what their starters are, but of course we'll kind of wait until they get on the ice before we read them off. So we'll just run down their line chart here. First line, no shocker here, Luke Gary, William Tomko, and Trey Jeffress. Second line, Daniil Booten, Kaysen Musket, and Max Anderson. Third line, Dallas View, Pavel Martinu, and Elias Fatne. Fourth line, Lenny Geiger, Caden Okavita, and Coda Bailey. Defensemen go like this. Left defense, Matei Tepley. Then Mason Piepenberg, that's the first line. Second line, Mason Stanger, Garen Ludwig. Third line, Shane Gold and Ryan Poyer. And we forgot, the extra forward for Sioux City will be Travis Poliski. So, yeah, kind of forgot about that, but we got it now. And then the backup goaltender, we will say, is Bjorn Brones. We'll get to kind of, you know, the goaltender stats here shortly for our two starting ones. So, you know, obviously with Bjorn being the backup tonight, that means Jack Fickthorn is the starting goaltender. Normally we'd be going to break right about now, but I think we're going to stay on because they got the video that they play right before the Muskies come on the ice going on right now. And then we got these lights on for whatever reason. The arena's supposed to be completely dark, but I noticed this while I was watching Thursday morning's game. It was... oh my God. Who is that? So this guy from Dubuque, because I'm standing right in front of their tunnel, he did this to start a practice, but I guess now he's doing it right before they go on. I couldn't catch who it is, but it annoyed the hell out of me, obviously. So, yeah, we'll figure out who that is. Obviously, tonight's the Veterans Night game, so we'll kind of have a special presentation for that right before puck drop. But, yeah, who is that? Oh, Teddy Merrill, the veteran on this team. Well, not quite the veteran. The real veteran on Dubuque, well, the real two veterans, I should say, Michael Barron and Colin Frank, both of them in their fourth seasons. Teddy Merrill only in their third with the teams. Well, the guys with the flags are out on the ice. Of course, they got the Musketeer logos on them. Muskies, of course, since it is Veterans Night, they got special jerseys, special red, white, and blue jerseys. They got SCM on the front in red. Their numbers and nameplates are red. Rest of the jersey's blue, a little bit of white, some white stripes on that one too. All the Muskies, they now hit the ice. Coming up, we'll have the starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem. We'll have some little last-minute notes before we have puck drop here. This big weekend for Sioux City continues. Dubuque, they are not an easy team to beat. Well, maybe if you're Cedar Rapids last night, they might have proved otherwise. But Sioux City, they need to get at least 1 out of 2 from them. So hopefully tonight's the night. Take advantage of the fact that they were on a 4-hour bus ride here to Sioux City and that they came from so far. So let's hope to maybe use that to our advantage because they might be a little tired from that. So, alrighty, starting lineups, national anthem, and some final notes. Let's do it.
Now it's time for the 3-month tire starting lineup for your Musketeers. At left wing from Minnetonka, Minnesota, number 17, Luke Gary. At center from Bernicia, Pennsylvania, number 28, William Tomko. At right wing out of Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 10, Trey Jeffress. Your left defensive from Statesboro, Connecticut, number 2, Matei Tepley. The other defenseman from Princeton, Massachusetts, number 9, Shane. And your goalie for tonight from Darien, Connecticut, number 32, Jack Pickdom. Sac favorites, athletic trainers Eric and equipment manager Zach Peterson, and your head coach, Jason Kersner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the ice, where the post 305 color guard will be presenting the colors, followed by today's national anthem being performed at center ice by Staff Sergeant Dane Meyer of the 185th Refueling Wing. We please ask that you remain standing until the colors have left the ice. Fans, let's hear it for post 305 color guard and Staff Sergeant Dane Meyer. We have a very special guest with us.
Okay, we are ready to go here, I think. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders for Dubuque. Owen Crudale, the starter. He's 3-2-0, a 2.71 goals against average and a .906 save percentage. No shutouts, but he does have a shorthanded assist on the regular season. So far, I should say. Gonna have a ceremonial puck drop here quickly. Normally they come down from the rafters onto the ice and do it for these military Veterans Night games, but I guess not. But yeah, Sioux City, well, they listened partially to my advice in terms of uniforms, because if you can remember during Pink in the Rink, I was obviously very mad that, they had pink all over on their uniform and then they had green pants. Well, they do have blue pants, which is good, but they still have the regular green gloves, so we're almost there. Whoa, we're halfway there. so didn't quite get there. Starter for Sioux City, Jack Fickthorne. He's 3-1-0-0, a 3.61 goals against average and a .882 save percentage. Muskie's hoping for a big performance from him here tonight. And we'll see if that will happen or not. We could completely collapse, but that's not going to happen. Not tonight, at least. I think we're ready to go. I don't know about you, but... Here we go. Charlie Aaron will take the draw with William Tomko. Whoop. We'll try again. There we go. We're off and underway. Dubuque wins the draw. It'll be taken there by Michael Barron around the blue line. Tepley tried to keep it in, and he couldn't. Puck will roll into the hands of Fickthorne. Yeah, he still has those green, yellow, and white pads, so... Stupid people. You can at least, dress up or have appropriate equipment for the occasion, but I guess that's not going to happen as we have an icing. Boy, and we already have our first little extras. Boy, we got a lot of extras going on behind the net. At first it was just Tomko and Lafton, but then other people joined in. Looks like Tepley and Barron might go after each other. There's no referee or linesman trying to separate those two. Tepley and Barron still pushing at each other. Finally, they do break them up, but my goodness. And of course, we got the worst ref in the USHL here tonight, too. Daniel Fagan. You know how much I love that guy. Not. Nobody likes him, I'll just say that. And normally when the referee is crap, that means we're losing. That's kind of, kind of the guidelines in terms of refereeing here at the Tyson Event Center. So, face-off will come to the right here of Jack Fickthorne. Dubuque wins the draw. It's Doobie with it on over across. There, James Russell, a shot that went wide. Puck picked up there by Dante Josephson Westling. Long name, but it works. Dallas View with it up the right side. He'll roll down into the corner. Russell back behind the net was there. Puck taken there now by Melvin Ekman. Ekman feeds it off. Josephson Westling down there in the corner. Stenger gets a little stick on it. Now taken there by Dallas View. Rolls up the left side. View feeds it on across Garen Ludwig. Ludwig sends it back in behind the net there of Crewdale. Crewdale, he got the start last night, but he got pulled after Cedar Rapids scored 3 goals on 8 shots on Crewdale. Here's Stenger with it. I'd like to see that tonight from Sioux City, but we'll see if that happens. Kind of interesting. Well, and Crewdale's supposed to be their backup. We'll get to more on that here shortly, but we're going to have offsides. And boy, Max Anderson is going after Hudson Loesch. Boy, things are getting physical here to get things started out. So yeah, Owen Crewdale, he's actually the backup goaltender. He's in his 2nd season. He was with Waterloo last year, but it's Wojtek Hambalek. That's how you pronounce his name. He's the main starter, 7 wins, 2 losses on the year. So, yeah, especially after Crewdale started last night. I don't know why they would go back to him, but Dubuque, they're pretty clueless on a lot of things. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't call them the smartest tools in the shed, but what can I say? Face-off will come to the right of Jack Fickthorne. Pavel Martineau will take the draw with Teddy Merrill. Drop the puck. There you go. Merrill wins the draw. Cooper Conway with it. We have a little interesting note about the linesman here that I'll share a little later on at our next face-off. Here's View clearing it down ice. Air at center. It's Poyer. Poyer sends it wide of Crewdale. Crewdale behind the net. Into the hands here of Teddy Merrill. Merrill out towards center. Merrill there now for Conway. Conway tried to get it to Merrill, but then got a stick up high on Piepenberg. And now, oh my God, Merrill and Piepenberg going after each other. They were pushing and shoving. I think they're both going to, well, Looks like Piepenberg's going in for sure, but so is Merrill. I was going to say, you can't just put one in. You got to put them both in. So both go in for roughing. I was going to say, as long as, you know, just 1 minute and 57 seconds in, too. That's the killer. So we'll skate 4-on-4 here. Now we got some sort of delay. I don't know what the linesman's waiting for, but it's going to be a physical night. I mean, Dubuque, they're a physical team too. I mean, Sioux City is. I mean, that's pretty much their game. But, you know, Dubuque, I guess they're the Sioux City Musketeers of the Eastern Conference as that one's played offside. A lot of pushing and shoving and we're only 2 minutes into this thing, so I can't even imagine what's going to be coming up the rest of the game, but yeah. Face-off will come right in front of the penalty box. It'll be Tomko and Aaron at the face-off. Oh gosh, Tomko, I thought he was going to get kicked out of the face-off, but nope. Tomko wins the draw. It gets back to Shane Gold. Kind of interesting from Kersner. He started Matej Tepley, who's on the first line, and then Shane Gold, he's all the way down on the third line in terms of defensemen. So kind of interesting that he'd start the two of them, but, you know. Piepenberg's in the box, so there's not a whole lot you could do about that. Boy, there was a hit in front of the Dubuque bench on Teo Besnier, but I guess they weren't going to call anything. Spinorama Gold in front. Oh, couldn't get the shot off. That was Matej Tepley. Puck will be cleared down ice. It'll be taken by Shane Gold. Gold weighs his options here. Feeds it on to William Tomko. Tomko here for Tepley there at center. Tepley rolls up the right side. Tepley in front. Cannot find a Musketeer player. Now it's taken there by Brant Doobie. Doobie out towards center ice, right through the skates of Colin Frank. Frank a shot now, stopped by Jack Fickthorn. So back to the linesman conversation of earlier. And you've heard throughout the first few broadcasts of the year that, you know, people yelling drop the puck at the faceoff. It's even irritated me, as you've been able to tell. But I guess the head of reffing or something like that visited with Coach Kersner this past week. And I guess that was one of the talking points. And I guess they claimed that Sioux City was it. Oh, Lord. So that hit in front of the net, or in front of Dubuque's bench on, who was that? Teddy Merrill or whoever it was. I don't even remember at this point. They're reviewing that now, so we'll see if Fagan decides to be a craphead like he normally is, or if he's going to let one slide. But anyway, so they came in this past week, I guess, and basically told off Coach Kersner's head, you know, basically, you know, your guys need to be properly lined up at the faceoff. That's why we're taking so long to drop it. But, you know, it could be 20, 30 seconds before they drop the puck, and that just gets so annoying after a while. I mean, so, yeah, I don't know the details. He didn't give much in terms of details on the conversation in terms of that. So, yeah, right now they're looking at it. Fagan and one of the linesmen down in the penalty box area at the scores table. Still 47 seconds left here on 4-on-4. Dubuque already with 3 shots on goal. Sioux City, they have yet to get one. Boy, they're taking a while to look at. Well, the one linesman's not even looking at the damn screen, so I don't know why he's in there. Now he's finally looking. Now he's invested, but he wasn't the past 2 minutes while they've been reviewing it. And now he and Fagan talk. Oh, now they go back and bend into the laptop some more. Yeah, what's going on? That's what I want to know. Oh, finally we got something. Let's see. Let's see what bad call he's going to make here. Uh-oh, somebody just got called for a 5-minute in a game misconduct. I mean, you couldn't hear it over the... I mean, you couldn't hear it. I don't know. But Max Anderson is now going... Oh, jeez. I don't know about that one, but considering nobody saw it, literally nobody reacted to it when whoever that was in front of Dubuque's bench went down. Nobody reacted to it. So, but you know what? It's Daniel Fagan. He's the worst ref in the USHL for a reason, and we've said this over and over again. It's ridiculous. But Sioux City, they got to get past it. It'll be 4-on-3 here for 47 seconds. And then Dubuque will have the rest of that 4-13 for a power. Well, I guess they're on the power play for 5 minutes anyway. Just be 4-on-3 for 40 more. Then it'll be 5-on-4 for 4 minutes and 13, like we said. And they can score as many times as they want. Let's hope they don't. Over my dead body if they do. Here's Jeffress shorthanded up the left side. He's one of the best shorthanded forwards in the league, but a couple of Dubuque defensemen were there, and Jeffress stole Charlie Aaron's stick. And it looks like we're gonna go 3-on-3 because Aaron's got a penalty. He didn't even know he got a penalty. He was just like, what? I got a penalty? But yes, you do. So into the box he goes. So now we'll have 3-on-3, just like we're in overtime. Now, Dubuque will still have a power play, don't get me wrong, but boy. This is a Daniel Fagan called game in terms of penalties, and I love it. Face-off will come to the right. Face-off will come to the right of Crudale. I got the mascot sitting right next to me. Here's Mason Fleece with it back behind the net. Fleece rolls up the left side towards center. Fleece as handled there by Lofton. Take it away. Here's Tupley, 2-on-1. Here's Tupley. Pass across to Luke Gary. Couldn't make a connection. Here's Ludwig Lafton with it. Lafton into the hands. There's a shot. It went up high from Teddy Merrill. Now it's Luke Gary with it. Gary missed there by Poyer. Poyer back behind the net of Fickthorn. Here's Matej Tupley with it. Tupley sends it on across there for Poyer. Poyer picked up there. Teo Besnier. Lofton feeds it off to Besnier again. Okay, so now it's 4-on-4. Here's Ackman back behind that. We got a little bit distracted because of Charlie Battle sitting next to me, but it's okay. Let's get back on track here. Teddy Merrill with it. He's the captain of this team. We haven't named any captains for Sioux City yet. Normally you do that around this time of the year, but haven't heard of any. Although Case and Musket, he's been taking a lot of the ceremonial puck drops, so I'm assuming he's the main captain. Here's Josephson Westling with it. Pass in front. Got blocked there by Shane Gold. Now it rolls back behind the net there for Poyer. Poyer off the boards. It rolls all the way down ice. We got a foot race. Tomko and Chris Richards after it, but Richards took it. Now Tomko takes it away, taking Josephson Westling out towards the blue line. Spins around a guy. Stenger in his way. Stenger feeds it on for Gold. Gold rolls up the right side. Elias Vatne with it. Vatne into the corner. 14:33 left to go here in this first period. We're tied up at 0. Here's Lafton with it behind. Okay, is it Lafton or Lofton? Because I have him down as Lafton, but let's see what the official roster says. Okay, it's Lafton. Thought it was Lofton, but Dubuque returns to full strength. They have 2 minutes and 26 seconds now on a power play, so let's see if they can do good on it or do bad. We hope they do bad on it, obviously, but here's Teddy Merrill with it. Merrill rolls up the left side, although their power play is one of the best, 31.9%. Got one of the top power play units and one of the top penalty kills out there, so let's see. Here's Hayden Russell with it. Russell back there, Melvin Ekman. Ekman now Lafton feeds it on over to Teddy Merrill. Here's Merrill, a shot deflected into the net. And I think it's going to go to Melvin Ekman, power play goal. Well, at least the Dubuque fans aren't very loud, so I can tolerate it. We'll just say that. There are a few Dubuque fans there. I'm surprised they even made the trip, but you know. So for Ekman, that'll be only his 8th goal on the year for a team that's offensively gifted as Dubuque. I thought he would have had more, but no, of course not. That's his first power play goal of the year, like any of you all really care that much, but Teo Besnier with it. Feeds it on Cooper Conway. Ridiculousness. Oh, and since we've got the guy that got 5 minutes in the box, they still have a power play. Just pitiful. Besnier with it. Besnier feeds it up the middle. Here, Charlie Aaron after it. Aaron tipped off a stick. It comes out here to Conway. Conway towards the blue line. Conway feeds it on Okavita. Here he comes up the left side. Okavita just has to dump it down into the corner. Puck taken behind the net there for Ludwig Lafton. Lafton out towards center ice. Lafton feeds it on over there to Hayden Russell. Russell now for Teddy Merrill. Merrill feeds it out to Lafton. Lafton on across Hayden Russell. Tipped in front again. Shot was stopped this time, though, by Thickthorn. 39 seconds left to go on the power play. I will say, if you are Sioux City, the fact that you've only given up 1 goal so far on this power play, I think you got to feel good about that, because Dubuque, they can really hammer home those goals, as you know. While Fleece screwed up the face-off, at least it wasn't us this time, so now it's Teddy Merrill and Kason Musket at the draw. Like we said in the pregame, Dubuque, they score 5.07 goals a game on average. Just outrageous. Lafton feeds it on to Fleece. Somebody better do the drug tests from the league. I don't know who's in charge of that, but here's Lafton, a shot. Another tip in from Mason Fleece. 2 tip-ins in a row from Sioux City. Although, that one might not have been as much of a tip-in, actually. Well, it goes to Ekman again if it's tipped, but Sioux City, they're down in a tough, they're in a hole right now, I'll just say that. 2-0 Dubuque in the lead right now, and boy, we just got done mentioning when Dubuque's on a roll, they are really on a roll. So Sioux City, they got to find a way to turn this around. Still 26 seconds left on the power play, so that might be the more outrageous thing. The more outrageous part about this. Here's Colin Frank with it. Frank back behind the net. Oh, yes, he is slammed into the boards by Poyer. You needed a big hit, I'll tell you that much. Besnier feeds it on to Michael Barron. Barron, if you give him a little chop, no penalty called on that. It'll roll off the glass and down ice. Now we're back at full strength. Took him so long. Travis Poliski was the one who was in the box for that entire 5 minutes. If you can believe that. Here's Piepenberg with it there at center. Piepenberg hopped up into the air. Charlie Aaron with it back behind the net. Here's Aaron. Feeds it on over to Doobie. Picked up by James Russell. Russell feeds it on over to Doobie. Doobie tipped there by Dabrowski. Dabrowski back behind the net. He's their extra forward tonight, I guess. Whatever that's supposed to mean, but... Ooh, Luke Gary gave a little cross-check to Dabrowski. Gave him a second one. He wanted a penalty, but he's not going to get it. Nor should he, for that matter. But there you go. Doobie gets slammed into the boards by Piepenberg. 24 on 24. You got to love the sound of that, I think. Here's Poyer with it. Feeds it around the boards all the way down ice. But, you know, when Dubuque is trying to provoke the Muskies into doing something really dirty like they did with Max Anderson, we won't see him tomorrow because of it. I mean, come on. Just stupid. Some guy named Kane Johnson now just shot it wide from Dubuque. He came up out of thin air. Dakota Bailey takes it up the right side over toward center. Bailey feeds it on back here for Geiger behind the net. Geiger here for Poyer. Dakota Bailey with it there in the circle. Here's Kane Johnson with it. Johnson feeds it on Chris Richards. Richards feeds it on Cooper Conway. Poke checked away by Fickthorn. Geiger sends it out towards center. Here's Lausch with it. Lausch feeds it off the boards into the hands of Mason Fleece. Here's Fleece. Takes a shot. Blocked away by Fickthorn. Boy, now he's getting into a rhythm. Oh, who cares? Everybody's forgotten about that goal at this point, but... Here's a shot. Save made by Fickthorn from Teddy Merrill, and we got extras. But we got to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Once I pull up my commercials. There we go. We'll see you.
There is a revolution coming.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture of glass. And this future, it must be protected.
What's it got to do with me?
Look.
Oh, shoot.
They
Sorry.
want to stop it. They will come after you without cease. Because the future belongs to us. LG OLED, perfect picture of glass.
Who are you?
Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you. LG OLED TV.
Welcome back, everybody. 9:39 left to go here in this first period. Dubuque with a 2-0 lead. Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Dubuque, they're really dominating this game to start out. 10 shots on goal compared to Sioux City's just nada. Although Elias Fatne could break free here. Nope. Instead, it's picked up there by Teo Besnier. You know, Coach Kersey, he said this before. I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, but Kersner doesn't really care about shots too much. He just cares about scoring chances. And Ekman off the crossbar and in. So, boy, 3 goals in the first 10 minutes and 43 seconds. Jack Fickthorn's led up here. And it's Ekman's second of the night. Oh, this is going to be a long night, I have a feeling. Face-offs won. Here's Jeffress with it. Jeffress there at center. Tipped there by Dabrowski. Dabrowski feeds it on there. Matej Tepley with it. Tepley feeds it on Jeffress. Behind the net there for Luke Gary. It's Gary. Behind the net. Well, it's got to be just Luke because Gavin's on injured reserve. So, I mean. Gavin Locke with it. And kidding, obviously, but here's Crudale with it. Yeah, now 11 shots. 3 goals on 11 shots before Sioux City even gets 1. Here's Jeffress with it. Jeffress out towards center ice. Jeffress fires one wide of Crudale. Imagine if that one went in. Might as well at this point. You'll take goals any way you can if you're Sioux City. Barron, a shot save made by Fickthorn. Barron thought that one was heading into the net, but, ooh, did he think wrong? Now we finally got a shot. Jeez, it took us long enough, but... Face off come to the right of Fickthorn. Aaron takes the draw with Musket. Barron wins the draw. Here's Barron taking a shot. Got blocked there in front. Here's Musket with it down there in the corner. Musket behind the net there for Poyer. Poyer tipped by Booten. Wide of Crudale. I'm surprised they didn't call that one an icing. I'm shocked. Frank with it out towards center. Frank, a shot, he scores. This is just... it's craziness at this point. 4-0. Frankie just pulled the monkey off his back. I don't know which monkey, but that's now 4 goals within the first 12-22. This just cannot happen. It cannot happen. Allegedly, this goal went unassisted, but I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Here's Stanger there for Dakota Bailey. Bailey out towards center. Bailey, nice moves. Bailey taken down there by Cooper Conway in the corner. Conway back behind the net. Doobie with it. Doobie out towards center. Here's Teddy Merrill. He could have 2-on-1 to Conway. A shot save made by Fickthorn, and then he got hit. Come on. Ooh! Now the referee got pinned up against the boards. Daniel Fagan, our referee, already beaten the point home to death a lot, but he's the worst referee in the league, so. Although he hasn't made any bad calls yet, and normally when the referee makes bad calls in the Tyson Event Center, we end up losing the game. He hasn't made any bad calls yet, but we're down 4-0, so there's that. I have a feeling that's coming up here soon. Well, Merrill, at least the face-off woes are going against Dubuque instead of us, so that's good. Teddy Merrill takes the draw with Pavel Martineau, who comes to the right of Crudale. So that's 3 points for Melvin Ekman tonight. Oh, and Crudale got ran over, so that's nice. Here's Gold with it now. Gold. Shot, tip, just wide. Boy, Muskies, you'd really take a goal right now. Here's View, a shot save made by Crudale. Now maybe we might be getting something going. Although Merrill is trying to mess with Martineau, and you don't do that. Martineau is a big guy. 6'4", 213 out of the Czech Republic. I wouldn't mess with that if I'm Teddy Merrill. Yeah, Teddy Merrill's only 6 foot, so I'd think twice before doing that next time. Merrill is 6 foot and a whole whopping nothing, so. Get me out of my mind. Here's Tepley with it. Tepley takes a shot, went wide. Just a little floater. Dabrowski will pick this one up. Feeds it on over to Gold at center. Gold. Here's Jeffress with it. Jeffress off the boards. Taken down there. Tomko behind the net. Ooh. Somebody got ran into the boards. I think that might have been Hudson Loesch. Here's Gold with it now. Uh-oh, we're going to have a penalty, so Sioux City's going to go on the power play, which is good, but something. Because going to the box here is Chris Richards. Interference will be the call. Face-off will come to the right here of Crudale. Muskie's on the power play. 16.7%. That's tied for 10th. Dubuque's penalty kills at 81.3%. That's 8th in the league. Face-off's 1. Here's Teo Besnier with it. Right out there in front, though. Lost control of it. Crudale makes the stop. A little bit of a pile up in the crease. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, Sioux City, they need to be HOTTOGO here on the power play. I know that. OGO. Face-off will come to the right of Crudale. Luke Gary will take the draw with Merrill. Merrill wins the draw. Puck will roll into the corner. And a scramble for there is Ludwig Lefton. Somebody's running. It's just one of the interns. He'll be fine. Here's Teddy Merrill with it. Merrill. Now back behind the net. Merrill long toss. I don't know where he was trying to send that one, but it comes out to Gold near the blue line. Gold. Back behind the net. Dakota Bailey takes this one. Here's Bailey, feeds it on to William Tomko. Tomko there for Luke Gary, and he sends it the wrong freaking way. Down ice to Shane Gold. Gold to Elias Vatne. Vatne back to Gold. Gold spins around Orpana. Orpana. Now Tomko, Elias Vatne. Gives it to View. Here's View, now to Tomko, and a scramble for it. It'll come all the way down ice here for William Tomko. Tomko takes this one. Kane Johnson, he is frustrated. He tried to get the puck away from Tomko, and he couldn't do it. Dallas View with it now. View back behind the net. Stanger will take it. Here's Stanger. Towards the blue line, Mate Tepley with it. Tepley up the right side. Feeds it on there for Lenny Geiger. Behind the net, Kane Johnson is there. Here's Stanger with it. Out towards center. Stanger tipped by Geiger. Geiger, can he break free? He does. Here's Musket, a shot. Ooh, it went off the skate of, I think that was Doobie, and went just a little wide. Dubuque got lucky on that one. Here's Doobie with it. Doobie feeds it down ice. Although I've already stated here tonight, you know, any goal the Muskies can get, at least at this point now, I mean, we'll take any way we can. Here's Jeffress with it. Jeffress taken away, of course, because here's Gavin Locke with it up the right side. Feeds it on over to Dabrowski, and it's played off sides.
If you're looking for a great way to get your office staff together and have a family gathering, look no further than the Musketeers Dig Stone. When you sign up for Dig Stone in sections 107 and 109, you're not only getting exclusive event for your group, but catering and drink options to fit every type of party.
Face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers bench. It'll be Okavita, and it will be Hayden Russell. Face-off's 1. Puck will roll down back into the hands there of Jack Fickthorn. Fickthorn back behind the net there for Shane Gold. Here's Gold with it, out towards center. Poyer with it. Poyer sends it. into the corner. Picked up there by Hudson Loesch. Dakota Bailey with it, feeds it back down into the corner. There now for Chris Richards. Here's Richards, feeds it on there for Gavin Locke. Whoa. Russell took down Okavita. I don't know why, but that was Hayden Russell. There's two Russells for whatever reason. Fick Thorne plays it behind the net. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing Bronis the rest of the game after this period's over with. I've got a sneaky suspicion that's going to happen. I mean, Jack Fickthorne, yeah, he's given up 4 goals, but the saves he's made, it's just, I don't know. I'd hate to be in Coach Kirshner's position right now. I really would. Here's Daniil Booten with it there at center. Booten picked up there by Garen Ludwig. Ludwig. Now Charlie Aaron with it there at center. Here's Kaysen Musket. Picked up Garen Ludwig. It's Musket again at center. Picked up there by Michael Barron. Here's Barron into the hands of Musket. Musket spins around a defender. It's Daniil Booten with it. Booten feeds it on to Piepenberg. Piepenberg off the boards here with Lenny Geiger. Geiger feeds it down into the corner. Teo Besnier with it. Besnier. Michael Barron takes this one at center. Here's Barron. Feeds it on across. Shot save made by Fickthorne. Rebound. It's loose in the crease. It gets free finally. Daniil Booten with it. It's Pavel Martinu. Taken there, Matej Tupley. Tupley. Nice moves. Tupley in front pass across. Crudale somehow made the save on that one. Elias Vatne with it. Vatne feeds it on to Dallas View. View in the circle. Feeds it on out to Tupley. Tupley tipped in front of the goal. Rebound. It's loose. Elias Vatne. Shot got blocked again. Here's View with it. View feeds it off the glass. Takes a funny hop, but it's into the hands of James Russell anyway. Teddy Merrill with it. Merrill loses control of the puck. I mean, there was 3 Musketeer defenders there, so I don't know what you want him to do, but puck will roll back behind the net here for Richards. Richards feeds it around the boards. Tipped by Merrill. 1 minute left to go here. Yeah, everybody here says thank you. Probably the loudest one in the season so far, but it's been a rough first. It was a rough first here for Sioux City. Could it get any rougher, though? That's the question. Here's Poyer with it. There at center. Luke Gary off the boards here for William Tomko. Tomko feeds it on over for Richards. Out towards center here. That's Conway with it. Conway. Pass in front. Kane Johnson scores because you might as well add another one to it. 5-0. Kane Johnson, nobody's ever heard of him, but he just scored a goal. It's only his 3rd on the year. It says on my roster he was in Dubuque last year. I don't remember him. I don't remember him. Nobody remembers him. That's the thing. Boy, it looks like some Muskies fans, they're either getting a head start to the drinks and the food, or they're leaving the arena. Looks like they're leaving, which that doesn't make you a true fan in my eyes, but here's Lafton with it. Lafton feeds it on over Teo Besnier. Lafton with it. Lafton feeds it on over there to Besnier. Sends one down into the corner. Dakota Bailey with it. Lafton on across. Josephson Westling. And that is the end of one. Boy, Dubuque, keep it on the score sheet. Don't keep it in terms of penalties. Because they're going after Sioux City. Like, I don't even know what. Usually it's Sioux City who instigates, but not tonight. Not tonight. And the referee will show him to the locker room. In fact, he points. All of you go to your locker room. Don't start any more crap. Now Colin Frank and Kyle Richard, or Chris Richards. Chris, Kyle, whatever. and Teddy Merrill. They're all talking to Fagan right now. They're trying to say, but they keep roughing us. Suck it up, Buttercup. You're in the lead 5-0. What could you possibly be asking the referee about? What could you be complaining about? Go to the locker room and shut up, for God's sake. Go, my Lord. In fact, we're not even going to do a period recap. Not tonight. We're just going to send it straight to some scores from across the country. Youngstown leads Sioux Falls 4-0 at the end of the second period. Muskegon leads Des Moines 2-1, start of the third period. Fargo leads Lincoln 2-0 at the end of the second. Waterloo leads Tri-City 2-0 at the end of the first. Two other games going on tonight. Madison's at Cedar Rapids here in about 20 minutes. Omaha is at Chicago. That takes place in about 20 minutes too as well. College football scores from across the country. Top 25 action. Tied up at 38 heading into overtime. Auburn is at Vanderbilt. Wisconsin leads Washington 13-10 with 1:20 left to go into the fourth. Maybe an upset coming there. We'll see. Virginia leads Wake Forest 3-0 with 14:22 left to go in the second. Tied up at 7. California is at Louisville. It says they're just getting started with the game, but I know that can't be right. There we go. Second quarter now. LSU's at Alabama, tied up at 0. They're just getting going. Notre Dame leads Navy 6-0 with 7.5 left to go in the first. Ohio State beat Purdue earlier today 34-10. Indiana barely squeaked it out versus Penn State 27-24. Texas A&M beat Missouri 38-17. Georgia beat Mississippi State 41-21. Ole Miss beat the Citadel 49-0. Texas Tech beat BYU 29-7. Oregon beat Iowa 18-16. Miami beat Syracuse 38-10. USC beat Northwestern 38-17. NHL scores from across the country. Right now, 6:05 left to go in the first, tied up at 2. The Bruins are at the Maple Leafs. 3:30 left to go in the first. The Mammoth are at the Canadiens, tied up at 1. Lightning lead Washington 2-1 at the end of the first. Islanders lead the Rangers 1-0 with 1:50 left to go in the first. Tied up at 1, first intermission. Sabres are at the Hurricanes. First intermission, Blues lead the Kraken 2-0. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Avalanche are at the Oilers, as well as Blue Jackets at Canucks, Ducks and Golden Knights, and Panthers at Sharks. Few games from earlier today. The Devils beat the Penguins 2-1 in a shootout. Senators beat the Flyers 3-2 in overtime, and the Stars beat the Predators 5-4. NBA scores. Oh. I guess we'll do that now. Was not expecting that, but hey, we got it. That's all that matters, is that we got it. There was supposed to be a second singer doing that, but you could hardly hear her. All right, NBA scores now. Mavericks lead the Wizards 42-36 with 8:13 left to go in the second quarter. 76ers lead the Raptors 17-15 with 6:53 left to go in the first quarter. Coming up shortly, the Lakers will be at the Hawks, as well as the Bulls at Cavaliers, Trailblazers at Heat, Pelicans at Spurs, Pacers at Nuggets. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, no, these are the right games. Coming up later at 10:30, the Suns are at the Clippers. Are we sure these are the right games? Okay, they are, I guess, but... Okay. How about some college basketball? That's back. We'll do those before we go to break. 50 seconds left to go in the first half. Arkansas leads Michigan State 39-34. Coming up at 9 Eastern time, Holy Cross is at BYU. 10:30, Oklahoma is at Gonzaga. And then Houston beat Towson earlier today, 65-48. Alabama beat St. John's 103-96. Duke beat Western Carolina 95-54, and Tennessee beat Northern Kentucky 95-56. Well, 5-0. Sioux City, they're down big time. Let's hope, God willing, hopefully there's a comeback inside them. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the second period in about 10 minutes.